You didn't land on this video by accident. Something inside you already knows that love, real love, doesn't make sense the way people told you it should. You've tried being kind, you've tried being loyal, you've even tried improving yourself, working harder, looking sharper, earning more. But no matter what you do, sometimes it feels like something is missing. Like the rules of love are written in a language you can't quite read. You've been told women want the rich guy, the tall guy, the handsome guy, or the endlessly nice guy. But if that were true, why do so many men who check every single box still get ignored? And why do women sometimes fall head over heels for the man who doesn't even seem to be trying? Here's the part nobody wants to admit. Women don't fall in love with your job title. They don't fall in love with your muscles, your car, or your polished words. They fall in love with how you make them feel. And if you don't understand this, you'll spend your life chasing love, confused, frustrated, always wondering why things fall apart. But listen closely, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the hidden patterns behind women and love. The psychological triggers that most men never even realize exist. The timeless truths the Stoics understood centuries ago, truths that still hold the key to attraction today. Once you understand this secret psychology, you'll stop seeing love as a puzzle you can't solve. You'll start seeing it as a process you can master. By the end of this video, you won't just understand how women think, you'll know how to make them feel something so deep, so unforgettable, that no other man will compare. Women don't love you. They love how you make them feel. Here's a secret most men never figure out. A woman doesn't truly fall in love with your face, your money, or even your perfectly chosen words. She falls in love with the experience of being with you, the emotions that awaken inside her when you enter her world. Think about it. She may not remember the expensive watch you wore, but she'll never forget the warmth she felt when you made her laugh at the right moment. She may not remember the exact text you sent, but she'll replay in her mind the spark she felt when you made her feel understood, like someone finally saw her. Love for a woman is not a checklist of boxes, handsome, wealthy, polite. It's not logical. It's not even fair. Love is a storm, a surge of feelings, excitement, curiosity, comfort, and passion, all swirling together. That's why one man can seem perfect on paper and still be forgotten, while another, flawed, unpredictable, imperfect, becomes unforgettable. Psychologists call this emotional imprinting. It means the brain doesn't attach to the man who makes the most sense. It attaches to the man who makes her feel the most. The man who stirs her emotions leaves a mark that logic cannot erase. And this is where most men get it wrong. They try to impress her with things: a car, a job, a smooth line. But things fade, looks fade, words fade, feelings stay. The Stoics understood this long before modern psychology. Epictetus said, "We cannot control what happens to us, only how we respond." You cannot control her heart directly, but you can control the energy you bring into her life. So stop chasing approval. Stop trying to win love with possessions or flattery. Instead, focus on what you create inside her. Because in the end, it's not the man she remembers. It's the way the man made her feel. The more you chase, the less she feels. Most men believe love works like hard work. If you put in more effort, you'll get more results. So they text faster, compliment more, and chase harder, hoping she'll finally see their value. But here's the paradox. The more you chase, the less she feels. Why? Because human nature is wired for anticipation. We don't treasure what is always in front of us. We treasure what feels rare, what feels uncertain, what we could lose. Think about it. When someone replies instantly every time, says yes to everything, and makes themselves endlessly available, at first it feels flattering, but slowly it becomes predictable. and what is predictable becomes dull, and what is dull can never stay exciting. Now flip it. When someone makes you wait, when you're left wondering what they're doing, when you're not sure what they'll say next, your mind races. That tension, that curiosity creates energy. And that energy is the fuel of attraction. Here's the Stoic truth. When you chase, you hand over your power. You allow your mood to rise and fall based on her attention. But when you stay centered, calm, steady, patient, you hold the frame. And in that stillness, you create mystery. And mystery makes her feel. This doesn't mean you play childish games or act cold. It means you live with balance. You don't flood her with your presence, and you don't disappear either. You simply stay composed, letting her come to you. High-value men don't chase love. They attract it by who they are. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Don't let her response, or lack of it, control you. Control yourself. Because the moment she knows she has all of you, curiosity dies. But the moment she sees a man who cannot be shaken, her attraction ignites. Why nice guys finish last? We've all heard the phrase nice guys finish last, but most men get this completely wrong. See, being nice is not the issue. Kindness is a strength. Respect is a strength. Compassion is a strength. But when a man confuses being nice with being weak, that's when everything falls apart. A weak man says yes to everything, even when he doesn't mean it. He avoids conflict at all costs. He hides his true opinions, terrified that if he disagrees, he'll lose her approval. At first, she may find his attention flattering, but slowly, she stops respecting him. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine two men take a woman on a date. The first man says, "Whatever you want, I'll do. Wherever you want to eat, I'll go. Whatever you say, I'll agree." He thinks he's being polite. But to her, it feels empty, like there's no backbone, no strength, no leadership. Now imagine the second man. He's kind, yes, but also decisive. When she asks, "Where should we eat?" he answers calmly, "I know a great place, let's go there." When she teases him, he teases back with confidence. When she pushes his boundaries, he holds firm, never rude, but never bending just to please. Which man do you think she'll feel drawn to? Because here's the truth. Women don't crave cruelty. They don't crave arrogance. They crave emotional strength. A man who stays calm when tested. A man who doesn't beg for her attention. A man who, if necessary, can walk away rather than compromise his values. This is why Stoic men are magnetic. When chaos rises, they don't panic. They remain steady. When tested, they don't fold. They hold their ground with calm confidence. When emotions flare, they don't lose control. They stay anchored. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop trying to be too nice and instead become authentically strong, your attractiveness skyrockets. Because a woman doesn't want another fan. She doesn't want another friend. She wants a man who stands tall even when the world shakes around him. So remember this. Kindness without strength is weakness. Strength with kindness is irresistible. Love is built on perception, not reality. Most men think women fall in love with who they really are, their achievements, their character, or their looks. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Love isn't based on reality. It's based on perception. When a woman meets you, she doesn't see the full, honest version of you. She sees you through the filter of her own emotions, her past experiences, her insecurities, and her desires. Psychologists call this projection. The mind fills in the blanks with a story. That's why the very same man can be described in two completely different ways. To one woman, he's mysterious, magnetic, unforgettable. To another, he's plain, predictable, and uninteresting. The man didn't change. The frame through which he was seen changed. Here's the danger. Most men give away this power. They let the story in her head develop on its own, hoping she'll magically see them for who they are. But attraction doesn't work like that. She doesn't fall for cold facts. She falls for the narrative she creates about you. This is where the Stoic approach becomes powerful. Instead of chasing, begging, or performing, the Stoic man shapes perception through his presence and actions, emotional contrast. He isn't predictable, sometimes warm and playful, other times quiet and composed. This keeps her mind engaged. Scarcity of presence. He doesn't flood her with attention. His time feels earned, so it feels valuable. Depth and purpose. He shows that his life has meaning beyond her approval. That's magnetic. Think of it this way. When she can't easily predict you, her mind stays active. When her mind is active, her feelings stay alive. But the moment she stops wondering about you, she starts forgetting you. So remember this. She's not falling for facts. She's falling for the story. And if you guide the perception, you guide the emotion. And if you guide the emotion, you guide the love. Safety is the final key. After all the sparks, the mystery, and the emotional highs, there is one final truth at the center of love. A woman doesn't stay because of how much she loves you. She stays because of how safe she feels with you. And let's be clear, this isn't just about physical safety. Yes, protecting her from harm matters, but what truly anchors her is emotional safety. That deep, unshakable certainty that no matter what storm she faces, you will remain steady. Because women's emotions shift like the tide. One day she is filled with passion and devotion. The next, doubt creeps in. This is not weakness, it's human biology. Her feelings are in constant motion. And in that motion she is searching, not for perfection, not for a flawless man, but for a rock. A man who does not break. This is where the Stoic man stands apart. He doesn't lose control when she tests him. He doesn't panic when she lashes out. He doesn't let her storm drag him into chaos. Instead, he remains calm, grounded, composed. If she screams, he doesn't scream back. If she cries, he doesn't collapse with her. If she doubts, he doesn't beg, he stays firm. And ironically, this calm strength is what makes her trust him more. Because when she realizes that no matter how wild her emotions get, you remain her anchor, she feels safe in a way no other man can provide. This doesn't mean accepting disrespect, it means holding your ground with quiet strength. It means showing her, through your actions, that your value is not determined by her mood, that your peace cannot be taken away. And here's the ultimate secret. When a woman feels truly safe with you, she doesn't just love you, she clings to you. She stays loyal, she stays committed, and she never wants to let go. That is the hidden power of Stoicism in love. Not coldness, not distance, but the calm, steady presence of a man who cannot be shaken. So let's bring everything together. Women don't fall in love with your face, your wallet, or the clever things you say. They fall in love with the feelings you awaken inside them, the spark, the curiosity, the safety. When you chase, you kill the mystery. But when you hold your ground, you create desire. When you try to be too nice without strength, you become forgettable. But when kindness is paired with calm, unshakable strength, you become unforgettable. Love is not built on facts, it's built on the story she tells herself about you. And if you don't shape that story, it shapes itself. But the man who knows how to guide perception, guide emotion, and remain steady in every storm, that's the man who owns her heart. And above all, passion alone will never hold her. She doesn't stay because of the butterflies, she stays because she feels safe. Safe in your strength, safe in your calm, safe in your presence. This is the secret psychology of women. And this is also the way of Stoicism, mastering yourself so deeply that no storm, whether hers or the world's, can shake you. If this opened your eyes, then don't stop here. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because what you've heard today is just the beginning. Most men will never hear these truths. Society won't teach them. Fake dating coaches won't admit them. But here, you'll always find the wisdom that gives you the edge. So carry this with you. Stay calm, stay strong, stay stoic, and let the world, and the women in it, chase you.